real-life shootout in the Old West? No siree. This gunfight's just part of the fun at Knott's Berry Farm. It happens every day. And that's what Knott's is all about, fun. Did you know Knott's Berry Farm is America's oldest theme park, second only to Disney in attendance? Over 5.5 million people visit the park each year. And believe it or not, Knott's really did start out as a berry farm. Then the world-famous chicken dinner restaurant was added, and suddenly, Knott's blossomed into what it is today, a giant amusement park with over 165 wild rides, shows, and adventures. So what happened when Charles Schulz and Snoopy walked onto the scene? Knott's became even more fun than ever before, and that's why Knott's asked Snoopy to stay all summer. But it took a little convincing. First, he had to drive the train. Then, he had to have his own stagecoach where he could ride with all his friends. But the clincher was the dance lessons. That's Snoopy. He's Joe Cool, all right. So what does a good-natured beagle like Snoopy do with an amusement park all summer? He invites all his friends over.
We have Snoopy. Here at Knott's, we have Snoopy. Here at Knott's, you can come and see Snoopy. Here at Knott's, he's here all summer long. We have Snoopy. Here at Knott's, you can come and see Snoopy. Here at Knott's, we have Snoopy. Here at Knott's, he's here all summer long.
He's a canine sensation. He can do what no dog can do. Knott's Berry Farm and Snoopy are putting on the dog for you.
Surprise! Snoopy's at Knott's all summer long. Come on, see him in our all-new Ice Spectacular and shake his paw as he roams around the park.
Knott's Berry Farm and Snoopy. Surprise! It's all new at Knott's.
So Snoopy skated through summer, and he was such a hit, he stayed over for Christmas.
How can it be Christmas if the snow doesn't fall?
Come on, Mom!
What makes it a holiday without excitement for all?
Snoopy?
The best part of the season is seeing your friends.
Snoopy!
At Knott's Berry Farm, it's the holidays again.
Snoopy!
Now, at Knott's Berry Farm, you can go sledding and see Snoopy in It's a Doggone Good Christmas, a new show on ice.
Yep, it was quite a Christmas, and there were lots of Snoopy toys under the tree on Christmas morning. But you know, every beagle wants to go home for the holidays, so Snoopy got just a little homesick. That's when Jill Schultz came down to join Snoopy for Knott's Holiday Ice Spectacular. So Snoopy decided to make Knott's his permanent home. But he had one condition. He wanted a new doghouse. Well, Knott's decided to go him one better, and that's when they started building Snoopy his very own camp. It's Camp Snoopy, and ground has already been broken. But what's Camp Snoopy really gonna be? How big is it? Well, there's so many questions, Marion Knott herself and Terry Van Gorder, Knott's general manager, called a press conference to clear the air.
This area is, not only do we think it is a beautiful area, but I'm in love with Snoopy, and I'm glad Snoopy is going to have a camp and stay with us.
So a model was built, and it was everything Snoopy and the Knott family wanted. Mountains, trees, a huge lake, a complete playground where kids and grown-ups alike can play just like they're way up in the high Sierras. And there's over 30 rides, too, the kind that little kids can have fun on. And of course, there's lots of tall trees. Let's listen as architect John Pugh tells us more about Camp Snoopy.
You know, the nice thing about this merchandise building is everybody in the park will be coming right across through here past the Snoopy clock that we've got up in the corner already. So every quarter hour we'll have something going on, and then the animal farm.
And they ring gongs, you see?
Yeah, the Beagle Scouts, one on top of each other.
It'll set Munich back 200 years.
We'll ring, each one of them will ring.
That's great.
But then the fun house over here has a bridge that connects to the tree house, which is over here. And then that in turn connects to the top of the rock structure, so you can go across the suspension bridges again. Now this that we're standing right next to is this dock. We're going to have the two boats, the Cordelia K and the Walter K.
That's right. The construction's underway, but this is no small task because unlike any other park, Knott's is creating rides that parents and kids can ride together.
You know, we have these little pedal car, this little pedal car ride.
Yeah.
Real cute little cars. They finally came in there on a push-pull type of situation. Little children 3 to 7 go in that one.
Even a 2-year-old probably
even a
can
2,
do it.
yeah, I would say so.
We're
yeah.
going to call it Huff and Puff.
Yep, everybody's helping because Camp Snoopy's slated to open this summer. And when it does, it's going to bring a lot of smiles to a lot of faces.
Comes over you. 'Cause you're doing what you want to do. When you come to Knott's, it surely leaves a trace. You've got Knott's Berry Farm